It's Miss Natural Journey, and I am here with a brand new video. I wanted to share my story about how I became this beautiful naturalista that I am today. No, just kidding. Anywho, I did want to share my story with you guys of how I transitioned from being a girl who wore perms, being a girl who wore weaves, wigs, all of the above, you name it, I've tried it. And transitioning from that to natural to locks, which is what I have today. First, let me start by kind of setting the scene here with these locks. These are, I started these with interlocks, and I actually did them myself. I want to say about 9 months ago, I decided one day I'm ready to lock it up. So I spoke to a few beauticians and a few locticians and such, and just decided to go ahead and do it myself. This process seemed pretty simple. I could either twist, braid, interlock, or pay hundreds of dollars to get sister locks, and I was not going that route. So I just decided to look it up on YouTube. How do you interlock hair? And I thought that was the best decision for me. And I'm a do-it-yourself type of gal anyway. So here we are, 9 months later. I actually added about 2 to 3 inches at the ends of kinky natural hair. I braided it on there, and that's why you kind of still see that it's still a little, you can still see the pattern a little bit. I did that about 3 months ago. And so, honestly, I mean, you guys tell me, you can't really tell the difference. The beginning of my hair all the way to about here, on most of them, is locks. And it hasn't completely locked yet. I would say I'm probably a couple months away from that, but I think the process is going very smoothly. I have no complaints. I mean, I had to figure out what worked for my hair, and starting it with interlocks and then just twisting it every few weeks, literally twisting it, worked for me. Okay, so how did I get to this place? Well, I started considering going natural about 3.5 years ago. I was going through a breakup. Y'all know how that is. I cut all of my hair off for the second time. I had a short, cute little Rihanna haircut. I thought I was fly and all the above. And thought I was cute. I was rocking my little short haircut, perming it, getting it curled every few weeks. And that just didn't work for me. It was too expensive, too time consuming. You can't just wake up and go, and I've always dreamed to just be able to wake up and go pretty much. And that definitely was not the hairstyle for that. It was very high in maintenance. So I decided the first time around I was going to just grow my hair out, wear weaves and wigs, and try to look as cute as I could. And I actually kind of got addicted to like wearing wigs. I tried one on, I loved it. I saw the varieties. I just loved it. You can just snatch one off, throw the other one on. You'd be short haired one day, curly haired the next. And I just loved it. So I started wearing wigs, buying wigs, another wig every couple weeks. And that became time consuming and money consuming as well. So I just thought something had to give. So the relationship I was in, that ended, and I was just ready for something brand new. I was kind of just trying to figure out who I was. I was about 22 at the time, and I was about to graduate college, getting ready to just go out into the world and be my own woman. So I was just kind of at that stage, just trying to figure out who I was and what I wanted to give to the world and who I was in the world. And one day, I swear to you, it was kind of out of the blue. I said, I am going to take this weave out, and I'm going to rock an afro. Not only am I going to rock an afro, a cute little curly one, I am going to color my hair because I've always just loved wearing kind of like a lighter copper brown colored hair. So I took my weave out. It's so funny because I still remember the day I warned my coworker who sat next to me. I said, tomorrow I'm coming to work with an afro. Like, be ready. So I did just that. I came to work with an afro. And It felt very awkward at first, very awkward. I was a little self-conscious. I was just second guessing myself. I worked in a company where I was one of the only black people out of about 4 or 5 other ones. And I mean, I just didn't know what I was getting myself into pretty much. So I decided to just stick with it. I figured I'd already gone there. I'd already taken that leap of faith. I had no idea there were millions of women like around the world who were doing the same things, who were getting rid of perm, getting rid of straightening their hair and just going natural. I had no idea. I didn't even know much about YouTube at the time. I mean, this was like almost 4 years ago. So I just had no idea this was going on. It was just something that was in my spirit, in my soul, that told me, sister girl, take that weave up out your head. So I did that. And I wore my natural hair for a while. During that time, I actually met a gentleman. Wink, wink. And I warned him also, like, I'm going natural. Don't be alarmed. And so I wore my natural hair. He loved it. He is not of the African-American descent. He's actually Latino. And he loved my hair. He loved touching it. He said it felt soft and beautiful. When I had my weaves, I would not let him run his fingers through it because I didn't want to get caught on the track. And he loved it. So that kind of, boosted my confidence. I was feeling myself a little more. I'm like, if my man likes it, then I like it. So I continued to wear my hair. I would do little twist styles, hairstyles here and there. I started Googling hairstyles, and that's how I came across YouTube channels and YouTube videos that were made by women who were doing the same thing that I was doing, and I was just like amazed. Like, women all over the US, all over the world, they're going natural? Like, what? How did I miss this? How did this just happen to me? And I had no idea other women were doing this. So anywho, I decided to go natural. I started wearing my afro for a few months. I actually was a model for a hair fashion show, and it was just wonderful. Things were going great. So I continued on my journey to being natural. I still wore weaves from time to time and gave my hair a break, so to speak, and would throw on a wig here and there, really and truly not much. But on those days when I really wasn't feeling myself, or I just wanted to get my hair a break, I would throw on a wig, throw on a weave. And from there, I just continued to let my hair grow out. I was rocking my afro for about 2 years. My hair, for some reason, grows really slowly. So, and I'm sure it probably had a lot to do with the fact that I was coloring it every once in a while, and that's not really that healthy. At times, if you don't know what you're doing, I was doing it myself. So I was growing hair, but I was also shedding hair, and I wasn't retaining my length. So eventually, I actually relocated from California, which is where I'm from, to Texas because I got engaged to this sexy Latino man. Wink, wink. And I relocated to Texas, and it was just a brand new experience for me. I had never really even been outside of California, let alone lived outside of California. And moving here was just like kind of a culture shock, so to speak. Great experience. I'm still here in Texas about a year and a half later. So when I moved here, I was just kind of in the sense of change and readjusting, and just, I didn't know what I wanted to do new. So I've always wanted locks. Like, since I was a little girl, I'm like, oh, dreadlocks are just so cute. Not just cute, but it's very cultured and beautiful. So one day I said to myself, I'm going to finally lock my hair. It's long enough. My lock's not going to be this short, which is what I was afraid of when I first cut it. So I let it grow out a little bit. I want to say stretched. It was about here, maybe here. When I locked it up, I'll show you guys a few pictures, insert them here and there. And you guys can see what it looked like when I first locked it. It was very stringy. I was afraid, okay? I was like, how am I going to work this? I have to go to work. I just started a new corporate job. Well, not corporate, but a very professional position, and I'm one of 2 black people there. And I just didn't know, once again, what I was getting myself into. But I just knew that I could make it work, because I'm going to make it work top to cow. So I locked it up. It was very stringy. I was second guessing myself. I went through the awkward phase. I stuck with it, however. And after about 3 months, they started kind of thickening up. I mean, I have thin hair, so, obviously it's not going to be, big fat whoppers. But it started thickening up a little bit, and started getting fuller, and I started feeling myself, feeling my hair. I started trying different hairstyles and such, and just made it work for me. And here I am. When I got to about 6 months, I decided to go ahead and add the extensions, simply because it's just easier for me to style when it's a little longer. I can do different styles. It can look a bit neater than it does when, my locks are up here. I have more options, and so I definitely love the fact that extensions exist because I was kind of over the short lock look. So here I am today. I'm about, like I said, about 9-10 months into my lock journey, and the top of my hair is looking to be pretty much locked. It's really around here where I'm still seeing the pattern. And of course, my ends are still braided. So I would tell anyone out there who, are considering locks to just do your research, figure out if it's for you, figure out if you're ready to put in the commitment and the time and the patience. I learned a lot with locks. I learned a lot. It's a lot of patience, a lot of dedication, and just confidence in knowing who I am. And if someone didn't like my hair, who cares? My man likes it. So, if you guys have any questions or concerns about locks and the journey, just hit me up, leave a message, and I will be sure to get back with you. So, thumbs up this video, subscribe. I'm going to have a lot of videos coming regarding style, regarding hairstyles, lock, natural hair tips, and such, beauty, tutorials, things like that. So, stay tuned, like and subscribe, and I'll keep the videos coming.